Nairobi County Governor Mike Sonko's impeachment trial got off to a heated start in the Senate, with MCAs accusing the governor of spending 840 million shillings to take his daughter on a tour of the United States. Now, the MCAs in their case claim that Sonko's daughter disguised herself as a ward administrator and allegedly hired a chopper in the U.S. for the tour. But as Sam Ogina reports, Sonko is pushing back and even casting aspersions on the character of the impeachment motion mover. Take a look.
The embattled Nairobi governor faced his accusers on day one of the Senate impeachment hearings. Sonko accused of using his office to fly his daughter on a tourist trip to the United States. The MCAs claim Sonko's daughter flew first class and was disguised as the Nairobi County Ward Administrator going to attend a First Ladies Conference in New York.
If you look at the ward administrators we have in the Nairobi County, the daughter has never been a ward administrator.
A conference she never attended, but instead went on a tour of the country, according to the charges laid before the House. In addition, they claim the daughter hired a chopper to overfly New York City at a cost of 220,000 Kenya shillings through a private party that would cost 260,000 shillings. She would hire a chopper to fly from New York City to Philadelphia at a cost of 60,000 shillings and visit various tourism sites at 120,000 Kenya shillings. The Nairobi County Assembly Minority Leader Michael Ogada further claiming that the governor's daughter had a media team in tow that was paid 120,000 shillings, and while in Philadelphia she spent another 300,000 shillings for ground transport.
The per diem of 2.6 million was a junior officer from the county who was forced to go and withdraw using her name in a company of a bodyguard of His Excellency the Governor. After withdrawing the cash, the bodyguard walked away with the 2.6 million.
Sonko is further accused of illegally diverting money meant for bursaries to pay for garbage collection and lawyers. That after requesting and receiving 297 million shillings for bursaries, Sonko went on a spending spree, paying various law firms at the altar of suffering orphans and less privileged children meant to benefit from the bursaries.
Mark you, what they were really paying for were neither in the work plans that were presented to the controller of budget, neither were they really requisitioned for.
But Sonko's defense team went for the character of the minority leader, accusing him of engaging in corruption.
Mr. Ogada, it is true that you received 823,324 to travel to Dubai.
Just answer, is it yes or
yes. No? Mr. Ogada, did you travel to Dubai?
So I did not manage to travel.
You yourself, have you returned a penny of that money for not traveling?
The Sonko team crying foul, claiming the evidence by the county assembly against Sonko was never presented to them in good time. Meanwhile, a section of MCAs who had travelled with Sonko to Kwale County saw affidavits denouncing their support of the governor. 24 MCAs who were in Kwale in a plot to defeat the impeachment motion at the county assembly, claiming they had travelled to the county for a road trip, but upon arrival their phones were snatched away from them. Nonetheless, they claim they managed to cast their votes electronically. Sonko had contested his impeachment, claiming the electronic voting was compromised and the accounts of the MCAs who were in Kwale were hijacked to make them appear as if they had voted. The impeachment hearing continues tomorrow. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.